Salutations. Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge. So, I thought I had a solution for Bandicam just crapping out every time I tried to change scenes. And when I talk about changing scene, I mean like when you load your save game, you're in a scene where you can click on the buildings and you can go into them and do the things in them. And so that's kind of the KSC scene, and then you click on, say, the VAB, and you go to a different scene that is the VAB. And basically what Bandicam does is that it stops recording when you change scenes, completes the file, and then it restarts itself and starts a fresh new recording when you get into the new scene. So I have to start on the launch pad from now on. I'll try and keep tinkering around, trying to get with it. Well, anyway, here is our new launcher, and the eagle-eyed among you, those with elven eyes, may recognize it already. It is a incorrectly scaled, but it is an homage, if you will, to the UR700, which was a Russian design proposed for the moonshot, and so it'd be a rival of the N1, essentially. And the interesting bit is that it doesn't really have a core stage down here. It's three of these sections kind of clamped together. Well, anyway, let's get going, see how it goes. One thing that is not accurate, apart from the length of these particular tags, is that I'm using the PLV engines. So normally each of these boosters would only have one engine belt per. These were what was available. Yeah, I should probably add some separatrons to that. Usually it's a lot more graceful a separation than that. Usually they just kind of float away. But, yeah. So we're actually a bit shallow this time. See, every time I tested this off camera, it was a perfect gravity turn every single time. And as soon as I'm on camera, as soon as I'm actually recording, it's wrong, it's shallow, or it's not doing right. But anyway, as you can see, it's got this weird property where it's like these three bits just strapped together. It's quite beautiful, I think. That's enjoyable. yeah, you may have noticed, I didn't really talk about it at the time because things were exploding, but yeah, it is cross-fed, when the boosters separate, they are all feeding these core stacks, multiples, and basically each pair feeds the two behind it. And the result is that you have full tanks when you decouple, right? And usually this is kind of frowned upon in KSP by the kind of more hardcore realism guys. Just because, not a lot of rockets do that. Well, UR700 did. That's how it was designed. So it's kind of fun that, it actually gets to do that. And, yep, perfect. Also, sorry, let me turn all these cones off. There, it's a little better. We'll actually just turn those off because they don't matter right now. So I hear you say, well, if it's a moon rocket, then what are you using it to get into low Kerbin orbit? Well, I'm being lazy. And, it's mostly just here to, we're mostly just testing it. But anyway, yeah, I really like this kind of core segment. It works. It does it for me, Anyway, we are gonna just decouple it now. Here we go. And it is Allen Air 3. And it's going to bring the last of the construction supplies to ODARP for its reconfiguration. Open that up just because, why not? I've chosen a poor time of day to do this launch. But no matter. Anyway, I'll do the usual thing, and at this point I'll put a cut here, and we'll come back when it's time to rendezvous. Alright, so we're coming up on our intercept, and it was very inefficient. It didn't work out the way I'd planned at all, partly because I inadvertently set my target as my discarded booster. So, yeah, that was quite annoying. Physics range. There's our burn. Misjudged that a little bit. So we'll swing around. Sorry, it's so dark. It's just how this happened. I think we'll discard our booster at this stage. around to the day side. Here we go. So let's see. I think we want... It's that one. So we get going at a steady 1.5 meters a second. Yeah, I guess I'll get some more practice in with that, with the, that launcher. Just because it is a really good launcher, and I really do enjoy it, and it usually performs far, far better than that. Alright, so let's turn off Kerbal Engineer, get our docking computer up. Want about a 90 degree, I think we want 90 degrees of roll. Just a bit of adjustment. Alright. Ready to begin our translation. Bring it up to a full 0.5 meters a second. Do some late braking here. I guess we'll go up to 0.1. Ta-da! Alright, so brought Jeb, Bill, and Gelty Kerman. Gelty, of course, training to be a space station pilot. But that'll do us for now. We'll do our EVAs and setting stuff up later. So I've been Fox. This has been KSP. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.